Hey guys, Amanda Blockson here, exclusive Black Stats presenter with Unique, and I just had to send you this quick video because I just bought a Kirby vacuum, and you might think that that's just ordinary or whatever. For me, it's not. I definitely know stories about Kirby's and how expensive they are. I never thought that I would own one, whatever. That's not really the point of my story. The point is that you really never know when you're going to come in contact with your next presenter or your next purchaser, your next customer, whatever. And so when I got a knock at the door this evening, it's like the dreaded knock. It's 7 o'clock at night. Who could it possibly be? You think it's going to be somebody with a church book, or you never know. And demos are definitely just not my thing. I give kudos to anybody that can sell something door to door for sure. So, anyways, it's a female, and she has a bottle of cleaning supplies or whatever, and she hands it to us, and then she says, okay, I'm going to go out and get my partner. How nice are you? She's being super nice. And she goes out and gets her partner, and he comes in, and he's like, okay, we're going to clean your carpets. Well, mind you, my entire house is hardwood except for my living room. So I was like, well, we won't be cleaning many carpets. But coming to find out, the machine does everything. It does all kinds of floors. It does your walls. It does, you know the drill. It's a shampooer. It's a hardwood cleaner. It does it all. So anyways, I was like, yeah, you can definitely do a demo on the carpets. That's probably going to take you an hour if I could do a 3-minute demo of mascara. And so he's like, oh yeah, yes ma'am, definitely, So anyways, after about 2 hours, I'd say the guy was here. I was respectful. I let him do his entire demo. He's a guy, so most people probably think, would he really be okay with mascara? Would he actually sell it? But during our demo, he's saying things that are really sticking out to me, like he said something about living the dream. He says something about being financially free. All of these things are like total trigger words for people that are in direct sales and network marketing. So, and I kept saying that. I kept bringing up points. Every time he would say things like, he would talk about his sales or talk about the industry that they're in. I would just try to direct it to what I was doing. So, for instance, I would say, once you sell me that vacuum and you walk out the door, like, you're never going to make more money off of me, right? But if I sell somebody mascara, they're a lifelong customer. If they decide they want the pigments to go with it, if they decide they want another mascara, any of that, then that is residual income with retention. That's what that's called. And I'm like, he's telling us how if the hoses break on this, or when we need bags, that we can just go to Amazon.com. And I'm like, no. You really want to be in a business that has products that are going to be sold directly through you. Not to mention we don't have to go door to door. Obviously, that's a huge benefit. I could just never do that. I seriously gave him props like 20 times while he was here. But, at the end of the demo, and we bought the vacuum, he was a nice guy, and I told him, you were selling yourself. You weren't really selling the vacuum. Did it do a great job? It absolutely did. But I really think that it really would have mattered who it was that sold it to us. And he said the same thing. Our products are awesome, but it just really depends on the connection that you make with your customers and how you're selling yourself, because that's really what you're selling is you. And so at the end of it, it's like 2 hours, and it really got me thinking of how these people are going door to door. I don't know what their commission is, but honestly, it can't be that much as far as the amount of time that they're in the home. Away from their families. It's nighttime. It's bedtime. I'm like, gosh, you really caught us at a bad time on most days, because we are just putting our kids to bed, and we probably would not have been able to say that we had the time on most nights. I don't know why we had the time tonight, but it happens. So anyways, I'm doing the mascara demo, and I'm like, guys can totally sell mascara. I'm like, Nate approaches more people than I do about this. So it's totally not out of the question for you. And you just never know, like, why you're sharing something with someone, or you just never know. So I have a stack of business cards, and I'm like, I'm going to give these to you just because you never know when you're going to be in a conversation about makeup with somebody, and you can tell them that you saw the most awesome mascara in your entire life. Or if you're ever interested in residual income with products that are going to resell over and over, you can totally give me a call. And he tells us that his boss has to come in and sign the receipt. So we're like, okay, it's cool. Well, his boss comes in, and I'm like, yeah, I was just showing Terrell about my business, except for my demo only took about 3 minutes, and that's because I sell mascara. And I'm like, except for I don't go door to door. I don't know how you guys do it. I totally do all this from home. And he's like, starts asking questions. He's like, so does the company like ship the products for you? I'm like, yep. And he's like, so how do you do like events or expos, or do you do door to door sales? And I was like, you can do any of that you want to. I just choose to stay home. I just choose to do it from home. We have 6 kids. I just personally like to work my business from home. The company ships everything for me. I make commission right here. And I was like, and I was just telling Terrell that it's crazy. Like when I'm going to bed here, my girls in the UK are getting up. And so it literally brings on the epitome of making beach money or lifelong residual around the clock money while you sleep. It's like the best money. So we were talking about it, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to tell my wife about this. Do you have a business card? Of course I have a business card, right? And he's like, my wife actually owns the regional office of this. We actually own the regional office. And he's like, I just can't get her to sell vacuums. And I'm like, yeah, it's just not easy for everybody. I'm like, makeup, it's easy for everybody. I'm like, I'm just dealing with a lot more broad of a category than you are. And that's okay. People are still going to buy those vacuums. But when you are dealing with a category as large as we are, $1 trillion industry, the health and beauty industry, you got to tap into that. It's a product that people are going to buy no matter what's going on in their life. You run out, you buy more, period. So he's like texting his wife as he's walking out the door. Her name's Carrie. She's going to call you. He's showing me pictures of her, like how awesome she would do at this. So that brings me back to always share this opportunity. You just never know when you're going to come in contact with your next rock star. I could have totally discounted Terrell when he was selling me the vacuum as the fact that he's a guy, he's probably not interested, and he's here on a mission to make his commission so he can go home. But no, I got my mascara out anyways, and I did the demo anyways. And people that are in that mindset, I'm sitting there telling the guy that came in, that's wife owns the regional office, I'm like, you know what? You guys are employing people that are going door to door. Like, you guys are employing hustlers. That's what I call them. Because anybody that can do that is just top notch in my book. It takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of patience. It's that stigma. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to try to sell somebody a vacuum at that caliber and that price. And you get a lot of no's. And when you get a no on something like that, it probably hits you in the gut. I can get a no on mascara all day long. I think that it's just a not right now. But for something like that, I'm like, listen, if your wife can employ people that are going to go door to door, she's going to do awesome at this. And so that's the way the night ended. Basically with a very great prospect and potential presenter that is already doing great in business. I did not know when I got my mascara out to do the demo with Terrell that that's what it was going to turn into. For all I know, Terrell could have signed up and sold mascara. You just never know. And when you discount someone, it always turns out that they would have been your biggest rock star. Like, I would have seen Terrell at a convention as Black Status presenter or something. That's just how it always works out. So don't pass up an opportunity. Always share your product. Always do your demos. Don't discount anybody because you never know where your next rock star is going to be. So I'm going to go use my new KIRBY vacuum. You guys have a great day.